What's going on, people? It's Sunday, the 25th of October. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, just getting up. I did record store day yesterday. I only bought 3 items, but I told Jim Fields I would let him know what I thought of the new Sakamoto, which is one of the things I got. I'm just getting going on a Sunday morning. For some reason, I thought it was going to be daylight savings time this weekend, but it's next weekend, apparently. So, Jim, it's nice to know that you're with me. And also, it's kind of interesting to me. When I met you, you were, well, I worked with, for you other folks watching, Jim Fields is a filmmaker and an educator. And he hired me to write my first film soundtrack for his independent movie, Flyover Country. And then he hired me again to do the next film, Life After X. Really learned a lot doing that work for you, Jim. And it's served me well. But anyway, Jim, it tickles me that you have become a vinyl head to the point that you stand in line for record store day. I mean, you go out in the cold in the morning. I won't do that. I just won't do it. It tickles me. That's awesome. I wonder what you bought. I only bought 3 things, and he wanted to know about this one. Ryuichi Sakamoto Black Mirror Smithereens soundtrack. This is apparently the music for a episode of a show on Netflix. Look at that. It's even got the damn Netflix logo on it. Now I don't have Netflix. I've never had it. I don't watch TV. I really don't. So that, to me, when I saw that on the back, I was like, oh, that's the connection. So it's a Netflix show. Interestingly, when I posted this online, someone I don't know came at me wanting to know, saying first off that this was the weakest episode in the series, and I said, I don't care. I'm not interested in the series. I'm a Sakamoto fan. And then they wanted to take me to task and saying, well, you can watch on the computer. I said, I'm not interested. I just wanted this for the music. I love Sakamoto's work, and this is his atmospheric soundtrack work. I love the fact that Sakamoto has said in interviews that he does not like doing soundtrack work because it's hard, and it is. And I only feel like I'm just now learning how to do it myself. This year I had 2 commissions for dance, and they were very descriptive about what they wanted. And I was able to do it, but it's hard. I didn't feel, honestly, Jim, when I was working on both of your projects, I was making music, but it was really hard for me to feel like I was really able to respond to the films. I told you as much, so I think I'm better at it now. But this is beautiful, and the thing I like about Sakamoto is that in his work, he almost invariably hits this one chord or cluster of chords or notes that will just hit me like, there it is. And it's on here. And I already know which one it is. It's the car crash. It's the last part of the track for the car crash. It's magic to me. Sakamoto is one of the most amazing musicians. Just one of my favorites of all time. The other 2 records I got were this. I finally have a copy of this, Slapp Happy's album. When this came out in 1980, my good friend Ralph was able to score a copy. I was so jealous because I, to this day, have never been able to find a copy. I don't like to buy on Discogs. Every time I bought, no, most of the times I bought on Discogs have been disappointed, and so I avoid, because you can find almost anything for sale on Discogs, but whether or not it's in any good shape is another thing. Slapp Happy with Faust backing them up. I love this album. It's not progressive. It's more almost like loungy. And this is a limited edition on green vinyl. But it's hard to put into words the complete appeal of this album. But it's cool. And the other thing about Slapp Happy using the band Faust as their backup group on this is that Faust plays its sound. That weird, funky wah-wah organ they had and the ticky-tack drums and everything. It's Faust backing up Slapp Happy, which is so cool. Now, the other ultra cool thing about this is when I posted this on my Facebook page, I'm friends with Dagmar Krause of Slapp Happy and Henry Cow. And she responded, that it never ceases to amaze her how far their music has reached. Now, I had phoned that because with that post, some other friends of mine freaked out. Oh my God, he's actually talking to Dagmar Krause. And you can see where they added some comments. She hadn't responded to them, but I love that, to actually be connected to these people. So I got that. And the other one I got was a big time record store day release. Miles Davis's Double Image, more of the more from the sessions. The packaging is beautiful. They got me there. When I saw this online, I said, I want it, for the collection. These tracks on here, you can hear where at a lot of the time they didn't really know what they were doing. They were exploring. They would have snatches of, I love the color too. When I posted this in a snobby jazz group online, some snob from overseas, he was shitty, got on there because, some people don't want to call Electric Miles jazz. Then he was trying to say, well, aren't they all warped and stuff? I heard they're all warped. I said, what? People can really be really fucked up. This isn't in great shape. Ain't no warps here. But as I was trying to say, this was exploratory, and so what you hear here is a lot of the guys playing, and I can hear where it's like, well, we're not sure what we're doing. I don't know if this is any good. One of the musicians in the sessions who sounds like he's finding his way early on to me is Benny Maupin on baritones, on bass clarinet. He sounds like he's found his way in this milieu early on. But I'm really happy to have this as a collector's item. And I've listened to it. I played it for my brother. My brother came by yesterday too. And we enjoyed listening to part of it too. And he agreed. It's like, yeah, they're finding their way. Double Image on here. I believe that's the one. It's where Miles has this motif that he plays on the horn. And he hits this one note. And he keeps hitting it. And it's about the only thing that's making sense. I get the impression that that's what Miles was homing in on. It was like he was thinking, well, it's like this note is a tone. It's like I'm trying to open a portal. That's what it sounds like. It's like, it didn't quite work this time. We'll try it again. And on here, on the track that's on here, it doesn't open up. It never takes off. But it's interesting. That's how it strikes me. We're losing musicians and artists all the time. I can't keep up. But another one who, and I'm not a country music lover, although I appreciate it, but I appreciate Jerry Jeff Walker's history and his trajectory in the music business. He passed away, I guess, a couple days ago. He was in this psychedelic band, Circus Maximus. And I have this album of theirs, Neverland, Revisited. And Jerry Jeff Walker sings quite a few. I think that's him. Quite a few of the songs on here. It's pretty good, actually. It's a pretty good album. And Jerry Jeff Walker's made a ton of records, a ton. Well-respected, good songwriter. I respect and recognize talent, whether or not it's what I listen to. So rest in peace, Jerry Jeff Walker. I could go on, and I'm not going to go on because we're already approaching 10 minutes. Wanted to tell you about Record Store Day, and How are you all doing? I watched one video recently. I really have gotten to the point where I don't watch really any videos ever, but I watched one recently. A guy in Sweden showing some body humor related records he had from Sweden. That was entertaining. So I just want to shout him out. But I still care about all of you people, and people who know me here in Omaha know that you don't have to see me. I don't have to see you to feel like you're still a part of me and part of my circle. You're all important, and I hope you feel your specialness.